I knew something was wrong the moment I saw my mother's name flash across my phone for the 12th time that morning. The calls had a rhythm: 2 rings, hang up. 2 rings, hang up. Panic disguised as persistence. A pattern I'd learned to read long before I learned to stop answering. I let it buzz against the countertop while I stood motionless in the kitchen, still hearing my sister's voice from the night before, thin, wavering, almost rehearsed. "You're overreacting. Funny how the people who betray you always say it first." The sound of another incoming call vibrated through the granite. But I didn't move. Not yet. Not after the week I'd had. Not after the reveal that snapped something inside me clean in half. Because last night wasn't the start. It was only the moment the mask finally slipped. And it all began with a single text message I wasn't supposed to see. My sister's name, my mother's bubble, and one sentence that rewired everything I thought I knew about loyalty. "Don't tell him about Hawaii. He's too much drama." Drama. Me. While her and her freeloading husband were living under my roof, eating my groceries, using my electricity, planning a Christmas vacation I was deliberately uninvited from, on my dime. I wasn't supposed to know. But betrayal has a way of finding its rightful owner. And that text was the match to everything that followed. I looked at the front door now, remembering how my sister had stood there last night. Arms crossed, face flushed with entitlement. As if I'd wronged her simply by discovering the truth. She didn't expect my calm silence. She expected shouting. She should have known me better. Growing up, my sister clung to me the way shadows cling to light. Where I went, she followed. When I succeeded, she smiled the widest. I mistook that smile for pride, not proximity to advantage. She was the dreamer. I was the doer. She married young. I built slowly. She burned bridges. I rebuilt mine twice over. So when she and her husband fell on hard times, I opened my home without hesitation. Rent-free. No timeline. No rules. Because family, I thought, was the one currency that didn't bankrupt you. I should have asked for receipts. It started with whispered conversations behind doors that weren't quite shut. The sudden pauses whenever I walked into the room. The shared glances. The way they ended phone calls faster around me. Suspicion is a quiet intruder. It tiptoes before it breaks in. The confirmation arrived through that accidental text preview, glowing like a confession. The whole family, my parents, my sister, her husband, planning a Hawaii Christmas trip, without me, at her request, like I was some contagion. My mother later called it an oversight, but the screenshots said otherwise. And when betrayal presents itself, you either recoil, or you lean in and study it. I leaned. I didn't confront anyone right away. Not my mother with her excuses. Not my sister with her practiced innocence. Not her husband who avoided eye contact like it was a debt he couldn't afford. Instead, I let the truth settle into me like cold water.
I replaya avei favor primer de granta.
Every bill I'd paid. Every morning I'd walked into my own kitchen like a guest. And then, somewhere between disbelief and clarity, a switch flipped. Not anger, precision. They liked secrets? Fine. I had one of my own. Last night, while they lounged on my couch, scrolling through resorts they planned to enjoy without me, I walked in with a folder. Simple. Thin. Just 3 printed pages. I placed it on the coffee table between us. No teatrix. No speech. My sister frowned, flipping through the pages until she reached the final line. Notice to vacate 30 days. Her face drained. Her husband stuttered something about family, and surely you don't mean... I did. I meant every word I'd written, every boundary I should have set years earlier, every ounce of self-respect I'd compromised in the name of unity. My sister's voice cracked. "You're kicking us out? Over a trip?" I laughed once. Quiet. Controlled. "It's not the trip," I said. "It's the choice you made when you planned it." She opened her mouth again, but I held up a hand. The first time I'd ever silenced her. The first time she listened. "You wanted a Christmas without me," I said. "Make it permanent." The house felt still after that. Heavy but righteous. They packed in silence for an hour before leaving for a hotel. My parents called minutes later, demanding explanations. I didn't answer. Some things don't require audience participation. The kitchen vibrates again with another call. I finally pick up, not to speak, just to listen. My mother's voice is frantic. Please talk to your sister. She's devastated. They have nowhere to go. You can't do this. Can't? Interesting word choice. I finally speak, calm as a winter storm. They excluded me from a family Christmas while living off my generosity. This is me returning the favor. A beat, a breath, a shift in power so subtle it feels like a tide turning. You're being cruel, she whispers. No, I say. I'm being fair. And I hang up. The silence that follows is almost warm. Like the air after lightning. Like peace earned, not found. For the first time in months, my house feels like mine again. Every wall, every room, every breath of it. There's no guilt, only clarity. I didn't lose my family. They revealed themselves. And now they want back what they threw away. But some doors, once shut, don't reopen. Not even for Christmas in Hawaii. Not even for blood. Especially not for betrayal.